Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. Please like and subscribe and don't forget to jab that notifications bell for all my latest uploads. Here we go again, another Glovegate. So Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. I saw the initial sort of highlights of the knockout, absolutely amazing knockout, real show reel stuff. And then I had a couple of viewers sort of say to me, what was his gloves that he was wearing? Gervonta was wearing all white gloves. Now he normally wears Grant gloves and these was all white, making it very difficult to see what gloves he was wearing. And then viewers started to send through to me that he was actually warming up in the Grant gloves in the dressing room, and then suddenly obviously he's then wearing the all white gloves for the fight. So, you know, conspiracies abound. People love a Glovegate. People love a gloves conspiracy. So I said that I would have a look and see what I thought. Had a look. There is some footage online of the gloves meeting where Leo Santa Cruz is trying on his gloves, and then Gervonta Davis is next to him and he's looking over the proceedings, and you've got the inspector there that is sort of supervising what gloves are going to be used. So Santa Cruz's gloves are signed off, and then as you look on the table you can see that the glove in the footage that they're looking at is indeed the Grant glove with the Mexican colours, which was in keeping with the Mexican theme that Davis was going with. Also though, if you noticed, on the actual table there was some white gloves, all white gloves, which I believe to be winning gloves. So they were on the table as well. Now this is quite unusual because normally what you will do, Santa Cruz, he had the same brand of glove for gloves number 1 and gloves number 2. So in a big fight you have a gloves number 1 and gloves number 2, just in case something happens to glove number 1 and you've got another pair. On most occasions those are exactly the same gloves in terms of brand. Now on this particular occasion, Gervonta Davis's first gloves were the Grant gloves, which were white with green and red. But his second pair of gloves was a totally different brand. As I say, I think they were plain white winning gloves. He does like winning gloves, he loves them in fact. He normally fights in Grant. So on this occasion you've got a situation where Tank Davis has signed off 2 fight gloves, albeit 2 different brands. So in the changing rooms, fast forward to the changing rooms, and Gervonta Davis has his hands sort of wrapped and then puts on pair number 1, which is the Grant gloves with the red, the white and the green. Does a bit of pad work, suddenly turns around, Floyd Mayweather's in there as well, suddenly turns around, I don't think he found them too comfortable, there was something that he didn't like about the gloves, and then he says, can we change the gloves? And then the inspectors are there, they're taking the white gloves, the second pair, pair number 2, out of the sort of the cellophane bags for him to use his second pair. So although everyone would love for there to be a massive conspiracy over this, all he's done essentially is he's rejected pair number 1 and he's going with the winning gloves, which are actually a more protective fight glove. So it may have been that they were more comfortable than the Grants. It may even have been that he might have had a little hand injury, and which means that he wanted more protection that the winning gloves give. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I know that the glove conspiracies out there will run and run. So I wanted to sort of put my my view in there. I know a lot about gloves, a lot of gloves on my channel. So here's what happened. Nothing happened in terms of controversy. Gloves meeting, Gervonta Davis signs off Grant as his first pair, and his second pair, the softer, more comfortable winning pair in the all white. So he's got 2 pairs to choose. In the dressing room he has a go on the pads with the Grant gloves, thinks they're a bit uncomfortable or wants more protection from his second pair, which is the winning pair. The inspectors take them out of the cellophane. He then has the Grants taken off and the winnings put on. So in fact he had a pair of gloves that were at the gloves meeting, all signed off, and of course from his opposition, Santa Cruz's opposition, Leo Santa Cruz's opposition camp was there as well. So it was all legit and above board. In fact, he was probably putting on a more protective pair of gloves. So it's not like he's putting on a pair of puncher's gloves or gloves that have got less padding in, if they were winning, you would find that they'd got more padding in probably than the original Grant gloves. So it's probably a good thing for Leo Santa Cruz that he wasn't knocked out in, say, a pair of puncher's gloves. It was a pair of more protective winning gloves. So there you go. All it was, he was in the dressing room. He decided after trying on the Grants that they wasn't comfortable or he wanted more protection, switched to the second pair, fought in the second pair, knocked him out in the second pair, the all white winning. So there you go, people are really looking at gloves now. It's great for me because I've been looking at gloves for years, and I love how the viewers get in contact with me and ask me questions. What do you think about this? And I don't want to sort of do a snap judgment. I always do like to have a look and look at the footage, because a still photo can be very deceiving. You watch the footage or several bits of footage from several different places and the truth actually starts to come out. So there you go. Unfortunately for you, if you're into your glove controversies, this isn't one. This is just a matter of, unusually, he had two different brands for his choice of pair number 1 and pair number 2. Doesn't normally happen, but can. Both gloves are authorised gloves. The commissioners was there, the inspectors was there, both at the glove meetings, and you could see them in the dressing room getting out the pair number 2. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.